Well, welcome back. All week long, we've been revealing our vote for the best winners, and we end the week off with the best American dining.
Let's get real. America runs on breakfast, but not every morning plate is worth dragging yourself out of bed for. Breakfast can be the best start to your day, or a straight up betrayal. One wrong order, and instead of golden pancakes and hot coffee, you're staring at something that looks like it was microwaved in a gas station bathroom and priced like a steak dinner. So today, we're doing what needs to be done. We're ranking the biggest breakfast chains in America from worst to best. Not based on nostalgia, not on commercials with happy families, but on flavor, value, and whether you'll walk out satisfied or plotting revenge before noon. Grab your coffee, because this is about to get messy. Number 10, Huddle House. If you've ever walked into a Huddle House at breakfast, you probably noticed something weird. Empty tables everywhere, but somehow you're still waiting 20 minutes for food. And when that plate finally lands, pancakes that are raw in the middle but burnt around the edges, like their grill was designed by a high school dropout in a science lab experiment gone wrong. Customer surveys don't lie. Nearly 70% of reviews mention cold food. The hash browns? Forget crispy golden potatoes. What you get looks like someone soaked a sponge in potato water and gave up halfway through frying. And the coffee? Calling it coffee is generous. It tastes more like disappointment strained through an old gym sock. And yet, this place has survived since 1964 with over 300 locations. That proves one of two things. Either their marketing is witchcraft, or some towns have breakfast standards so low they'd call a Pop-Tart gourmet. If your server sighs deeply while pouring you orange juice that's more water than citrus, you know you've made a mistake. The truth is, Huddle House is where breakfast goes to die, slowly and with a soggy hash brown in hand. Number 9, Burger King. Burger King can still brag about flame-grilled Whoppers all day long, but when it comes to breakfast, that crown falls off fast. Their menu sounds good. Croissant witches, burritos, hash browns. But then you take a bite, and it's like chewing on an egg-textured yoga mat. Here's the ugly truth. Over 80% of Burger King's breakfast items come frozen and pre-made. That explains those perfect grill marks on the sausage patties that somehow taste like cardboard. And those hash browns? They're potato-flavored grease coins that soak through the bag before you even find a napkin. Temperature consistency is a total gamble. One bite is ice cold, the next bite scalds the roof of your mouth. And don't get me started on the coffee. In blind taste tests, BK's coffee ranks near the very bottom, usually just above tap water. And that's being polite. This chain has had over 40 years to figure out breakfast. Instead, they keep serving meals that make you wonder if you should have just stayed home with a bowl of cereal. It's cheap, sure, but so is regret. Number 8, Denny's. There was a time when seeing that yellow and red sign meant a reliable late-night breakfast. College kids, night shift workers, road trippers. Everyone knew Denny's was the place. But fast forward to today, and it feels more like a casino. Sometimes you win a decent plate. Most times you walk away broke and nauseous. The Grand Slam breakfast used to feel like a celebration. Now it looks like it pulled an all-nighter and gave up on life. The bacon lies limp, the eggs taste like they have an identity crisis, and the pancakes, frisbees, soggy, sad frisbees. Prices? Up more than 30% in the last 5 years. Quality? Down, way down. A simple breakfast for two can now cost $25, and what do you get? Sticky booths, faded menus, and coffee that tastes like it was filtered through an old gym locker. And while the refills are unlimited, that's not a selling point when it's something you don't want to drink in the first place. Denny's still has one card to play. It's open 24/7, and when it's 3 a.m. and your other options are gas station taquitos or chewing on your steering wheel, you might still roll in. But for actual flavor and quality, Denny's is a ghost of its former self. Number 7. IHOP. IHOP has 1,600 plus locations across America, and with that blue roof, you always know what you're walking into, which is both the best and worst thing about it. Consistency is their crown jewel, but the problem is, consistency at just okay still equals mediocrity. The pancakes are the star of the show, and yeah, they're fine. Not bad, not amazing. They're like the C student of breakfast food, passable, but never impressive. The bacon won't change your life, but also won't make you question your life choices. The scrambled eggs, yellow, warm, vaguely egg-flavored, congratulations. They check the 3 minimum boxes. Fun fact, IHOP serves 700 million pancakes a year. Stack them up, and you could build a tower taller than Mount Everest. Impressive? Sure, but it also means they're cranking out flapjacks so fast, you're basically eating from a pancake factory line. Their coffee? Brown, hot, caffeinated. That's about it. Coffee enthusiasts might call it an insult. Most of us just shrug and sip it for the caffeine hit. Price-wise, IHOP sits in the middle. $20 for 2 people, which feels fair for food that's edible. But in a world where breakfast can be an experience, IHOP settles for being wallpaper, there, but forgettable. Number 6. First Watch. Here's the thing about First Watch. It's not really a breakfast restaurant. It's a lifestyle photo shoot disguised as one. You walk in and instantly feel like you're about to be charged extra just for breathing near the avocado toast. Their vibe screams, "Good morning, influencers," but your wallet screams something else entirely. The food? It's good? Yes. The eggs actually taste like eggs. The toast looks like it came out of a magazine, and the juices are squeezed fresh daily. But here's the catch. You're paying dinner prices for what is essentially scrambled eggs and bread. That $11 avocado toast cost them maybe $1.50 to make. That's not a meal. That's venture capital level profit margin. And let's not ignore the psychology. First Watch closes every day at 2 p.m. Why? Because they've mastered the art of making you pay top dollar for the cheapest meal of the day, and then they shut the doors early to count their money. That's not farm-to-table charm. That's daylight robbery with a side of quinoa. Sure, the atmosphere is clean and bright. The coffee is actually solid, and your server probably has a smile straight out of a lifestyle catalog. But once the bill arrives, you're left wondering if you accidentally ordered lobster. First Watch proves one thing. Quality does exist in breakfast, but so does financial regret. Number 5. Einstein Brothers Bagels. The name alone makes you think genius-level breakfast is coming your way. Spoiler alert, Albert Einstein didn't invent these bagels, and if he had, he'd probably go back to physics out of shame. Walk into an Einstein Brothers and you're hit with the smell of warm bread. Promising, right? But then you bite into the bagel and it's fine, just fine. A little dry, a little bland, and usually screaming for more cream cheese than they ever give you. It's like they started the idea of a great bagel but forgot to finish it. The sandwiches look fantastic on the menu boards. Fluffy eggs, melty cheese, thick bacon. In reality, they show up squished, lukewarm, and with half the filling sliding out of the side like it's trying to escape. The coffee doesn't save the day either. It's serviceable, but nothing you'd drive out of your way for. And let's talk prices. A classic bagel with cream cheese can run you $3 to $4, and once you build a full sandwich with coffee, you're at $10+ for something that should feel simple and satisfying, but instead feels like you just paid a premium for mediocrity. Einstein Brothers thrives on convenience, not quality. Sure, it's better than biting into a freezer-burned grocery store bagel, but when you slap a name like Einstein on your building, expectations are sky high. Too bad the bagels aren't. Number 4, Waffle House. Now we're talking. Waffle House isn't just a restaurant, it's an institution. And if you don't understand that, you've never been to one at 2 a.m. with a group of friends after a night out. This place is the definition of consistent. Not fancy, not healthy, but gloriously reliable. The menu hasn't changed since 1955, and honestly, that's part of the charm. Waffles are golden perfection. The hash browns come in their own secret language. Scattered, smothered, covered, chunked, and you can watch it all being cooked right in front of you on the open grill. There's no hiding here. If your eggs are messed up, you'll see it happen live. And here's something wild. FEMA, the actual government disaster agency, uses the Waffle House Index to measure how bad a storm is. If the local Waffle House is closed, things are really bad. That tells you everything you need to know about their reliability. Prices? Still cheap? A full breakfast under $10 in 2025 is practically a miracle. The booths might be cracked vinyl, and the floors might feel like they've seen one too many mops skip a corner. But when you sit down at Waffle House, you know exactly what you're getting. Number 3, Chick-fil-A. When you think Chick-fil-A, you probably think chicken sandwiches and waffle fries. But here's the twist. These guys quietly became breakfast royalty. Since 1986, they've been slinging chicken biscuits, burritos, and hash browns that made morning fast food actually exciting. Their secret? Freshness and consistency. The biscuits are scratch-made, the chicken is hand-breaded, and somehow the employees are cheerful at 6 a.m. in a way that makes you wonder if they're powered by batteries. Customer satisfaction surveys consistently rank them number 1 in service. And it shows. The only downside? The hours. Breakfast ends at 10:30 a.m. sharp. Miss it by 5 minutes, and you're out of luck. That creates more morning stress than hitting snooze 6 times when you've got a meeting. And yeah, their menu is simple. Chicken, biscuits, maybe a burrito. But sometimes simplicity wins. Price-wise, Chick-fil-A hits the sweet spot. $5 to $7 for a filling breakfast that tastes way fresher than most of its competitors. In short, Chick-fil-A didn't just master lunch and dinner, they stole the breakfast crown from half the chains on this list. Number 2, Panera Bread. Panera is the chain that whispers healthy while charging you like it's fine dining. Walk in and you'll see laptops glowing, people pretending to work, and menus that look like they were curated by Instagram food bloggers. It's all very clean eating chic. Here's the truth. The food isn't bad. Their soufflés are light, the bagels come with a wide variety of schmears, and their breakfast sandwiches at least look like someone cared. But the problem is, you'll pay $12 for what amounts to an egg and cheese on bread. And that green goddess smoothie? Congratulations, you just paid $7 to drink blended spinach. Panera thrives on the illusion of being healthier than fast food. But don't be fooled. Most of their menu is just as carb-heavy and calorie-packed. And while the interiors are cozy and the coffee is decent, you're basically renting a chair for $15 while pretending it's a cafe in Paris. Customers love Panera because it feels upscale. But let's be honest, it's the upscale version of mediocrity. Good enough to convince you it's quality, expensive enough to make you second-guess yourself later. Panera is the definition of paying more for the vibe than the meal. Number 1, Cracker Barrel, the breakfast heavyweight champion. And finally, we've reached the top of the mountain. The one chain that proves tradition and consistency can still win. Cracker Barrel. Step inside, and it's like walking into your grandma's kitchen crossed with a country gift shop. Rocking chairs out front, fireplaces inside, and a menu that hasn't forgotten what breakfast is supposed to be. And the food? It delivers. Their biscuits have been made the same way since 1969. Fluffy, buttery, and dangerously addictive. The hash brown casserole is loaded with 6 kinds of cheese. The pancakes are so fluffy, they might just float off your plate. And they crack over 400,000 eggs every single day across their locations. That's not a chain, that's an egg empire. The best part? Value. For $9 to $13, you get a massive breakfast platter big enough to feed 2 people. The portions are generous, the ingredients taste fresh, and the coffee, while not fancy, actually pairs perfectly with the meal. It's no wonder nearly 90% of customer surveys rank Cracker Barrel at the top for satisfaction. Cracker Barrel isn't trendy. It doesn't pretend to be Instagram chic or reinvent breakfast with quinoa bowls. It just does the basics, better than anyone else. And sometimes, that's all we really want. So, there you have it. From soggy disasters at Huddle House to Instagram scams at First Watch, and finally the down-home comfort of Cracker Barrel, we've ranked the most famous breakfast chains in America, from the worst regret to the best bite. If this list saved you from rubbery eggs or pointed you toward your next plate of real pancakes, do us a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another brutally honest ranking. This is Frugal Pro. We taste the truth so your wallet doesn't have to.